Thanks for watching the All In Podcast with Jprince and Ronamo. For future episodes, please go to All In Podcast 2024 on YouTube, like and subscribe. Also follow us on IG at All In Podcast 2024. Remember, without you, there's no us. Thank you for watching. Yo, we back. All In Podcast.
What up?
What up? Jprince in the building.
Ronamo still here kicking.
What's going on with your brother?
Man, taking it a day at a time. No complaints here. You already know. You know what I'm saying?
Now the old folks said, ain't no need.
Nah, ain't no need.
You don't need to complain. As long as you got breath in your body, you still got a chance to do something. So
Do that.
well, we got a show for you tonight.
Yeah, we got a real interesting show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into some interesting topics. Tariffs. Some we're gonna try to tap into some conspiracies. You know what I'm saying, that I was looking into not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to tap into like a little questionnaire for the females to get into because I know more females know about Zeus Network and stuff like that. So this some of their um expertise or what they know about it and how they feel about the network because I know a lot of their shows come on baddies west, baddies midwest, baddies over the world, baddies on the moon and shit like that. God dang, it ain't that many baddies in the world.
whole line of baddies.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna tap into the playoffs get ready get started.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
With a play in.
And I know this a little late, but we'll tap into a little bit with the Marvin SAPP little thing. We ain't really had a chance to chime in on that. But before we even get started with anything, we got to play the number one theme song. The number one theme song. It's the motherfucking All In Podcast. Let go. All In Podcast episode, I don't know.
So we still here.
We still here. We ain't canceled, so that's all that matters. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I know you say you want to tap into the
Zeus Network.
the Zeus Network. So I'm really not, you gotta school me on this one. So I'll probably be asking more questions than anything. So
That's why I was like we should have went on Instagram. We should have had a live on Instagram tonight because they probably
oh yeah.
because like I said, our fans will probably help me out a little bit more because like I said, I just started tapping into it today. You know what I'm saying? And I found some interesting things about it, like I told you earlier, um, that Zeus at first before becoming to what we know Zeus for now that with the baddies, Jasmine Cabaret, Erica Mena, and all the other shows. Most of them are spin off from Flavor of Love, the Bad Girls Club, more so the Bad Girls Club than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because it's really a lot of their shows really don't have no point, no plot. Um, all they doing is just waking up, drinking, smoking, and from what we see on clips and stuff, bunch of drama and fighting. You know what I'm saying? So my first question is, what's the definition of a baddie? You feel me? Because from what the images they portraying is um, ghetto, a gutter snipe, what the old folks used to call them, ratchetness,
Right.
hood boogers, uh, you stupid.
Um, Matter of
But
fact, we'll just do it. Yeah, for this part, we'll just we should have went live. What I do, we'll just put the questionnaire up, and and then the next episode we'll go live and uh
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm I'm just bringing it up because, like I said, I'm going, you know what I'm saying, do more research on it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take a deep dive in it because honestly, really don't care. But it was just something that really caught my eye, and caught my
mhm,
attention at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, we've also had a couple people in our comments that want us to deep dive into some conspiracies.
right.
So, and from what I saw, it's conspiracy going on that Zoo's been sacrificing people. You know what I'm saying? They had a couple people to that's been deleted. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And no one has said anything about it, especially from the network or said their condolences. Um, I know a couple people, a couple people seen online that it was a chick from, I think she was from Baltimore,
mhm,
somewhere in Maryland, something like that. She was a real controversial person. She got her attention from saying crazy stuff on crazy rant online, but she supposedly was going out auditioning for Baddies Midwest and ended up being found in an abandoned building house, life taken away from her. And her parents, her family don't know what happened. It's, they said it was no struggle, no foul play, but she was. It's crazy that there's no foul play, but you found in an abandoned building. That's foul itself.
yeah, that's foul. Yeah, that's that don't normal place to die without being foul. You know what I'm saying? that's like
Yeah,
someone. That's like
somewhere that
someone
you're
get.
not.
That's like someone get found in a
Yeah,
dumpster.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you were found in a
Yeah,
dumpster, but there wasn't no foul play. Fuck, you get a dumpster then.
you
You
found
know
in
what
the.
I'm saying?
You not from Ohio, but you found in the abandoned house, but nothing's foul about it.
No,
Come
nothing
on,
foul.
man.
Yeah, that's but
That
you see, that's how
that
they. That's how
statement
they
right.
do. That they. That's how they do though, for real. That they really play with our minds, and some people be falling for it. But it said one no foul play. Oh yeah, what they found her at in the creek? I'm like what?
Yeah, like what was the actor that just passed? Him, his wife, and the dog all in the house dead at the same time.
Yeah, the old dude. They try and say he died from carbon monoxide, but damn,
That's
him the
I mean
dude.
I mean I can see that if especially if all of them sleep in the house. You know what I'm saying? That's something. I mean, yeah, carbon monoxide is something that you're not gonna pick up. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You don't smell it, you don't see it. So yeah.
I thought they got it.
Um
I don't know. Maybe the batteries are dead, but they got sensors for that now.
Come on, man, they rich. I don't think no rich person fire alarm uh go the fuck out. They got rich batteries. What the fuck you talking about, man? They got rich batteries. Fuck, them bitches recharge themselves. That first beat, what? That shit replant themselves. Come on, man. Cut it out.
Well, I just trying to find like a solution. Like, damn, I know. Goddamn, if I got one, I know them rich folks got a goddamn carbon monoxide alarm. Shit, but
Mm.
that's even what you know. I know you've been on TikTok. They be talking about Angie Stone and how her drunk. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah,
conspiracy.
yeah. It's been a whole lot of like every time I turn around and it's when they talking about her, it's something different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they trying to cover up, but yet at the same time, a whole lot of people coming out with truth and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So yeah,
I know. I know one. I know like for the most of the stories I done heard, one thing is for sure. She didn't die in that van. From all the stories I done heard, she survived the crash. Um, I guess with the
yeah,
so,
because they were saying because they say everybody else in the car survived.
survived, yeah.
Yeah,
But this,
so
they said they said she was. She said they said she was sitting on the side of the road, and that's when the trailer came and hit her.
oh wow.
They know that remind me of the Fat Hot Beats. Remember the dude was getting in the car and stop. I'm, I just yeah, I didn't think about that. What's the dude name? Um, the manager.
Uh, I forgot the
Oh,
manager
Jimmy
name.
was Jimmy. Jimmy something. Jimmy. Yeah, he was getting in the car, and that box truck came in and took his ass out. I wonder when that happened.
No man.
That was fucked up. Cause she was talking about
Well,
her royalty, and she was talking about her royalties.
yeah, she was talking about the royalties earlier before then. Yeah,
Yeah, a couple weeks before she
they
died.
say she been yeah they say she been talking about the royalties for a while.
Mm-hmm. You're a big red said. What his office hours?
Nigga, 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Shit. Damn. Then I was reading something today. I was on TikTok today, and it was they were talking about what's the dude name? And I was a little confused that he was talking about this. Chopper. I think that's that nigga Chopper. It was for making it band. Is his name Chopper?
And the hushes. Who? What?
No, the rapper Chopper. I think it was with making the band with Dialogue and all them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was talking about the stories he heard about. With Big and Puff. You know what I'm saying? When Biggie died and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do a homework on these conspiracy theories and shit like that. Um, but we're gonna put a questionnaire about that Zeus um with that and the baddies and all that stuff. We'll go live either tomorrow or Tuesday about that. And I'm gonna do my homework on that too. Um, which one go to next?
We could talk about the tariff. I mean, yeah, because I've been looking at it, but I ain't really been taking a deep dive on it. So you can give me some insights on the Jones. I've been doing research, but I ain't.
I just really be going by um comparing the news. what I hear on the news to what I actually read about the tariffs. You know, a lot of people, especially anti Trump people, um,
Mhm.
you know, they you know you be on like social media and shit like that. You could literally tell people who just don't like Trump or just don't know shit about politics. And
Yeah,
you know you read about the tariffs and stuff like that, and they I guess they're looking at it just for the negative, and they're not seeing like the I guess the positive in it. Um, with the tariffs. Um,
yeah,
the way I'm taking it, you know, he's basically saying, you know, these countries are basically getting rich off us. We been paying all these tariffs for years. Um, and they're getting rich off us. We're like the number one consumer. You know what I'm saying? And they're you know they're taxing the fuck out of us. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to put a stop to that. You know what I'm saying? And get all them businesses um get to a point that they gonna stop paying these tariffs and bring all these businesses back home to you know where they originally came from. You know what I'm saying? Um,
yeah,
and you know the first day they talk about you know prices might hike, but I mean with him he said that the prices might go up for right now. You know what I'm saying on some things, but eventually gonna come back down because they eventually they can't keep paying these tariffs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um, but it was something I read today. And I was talking to you before we started the show how China, because most of the countries like backed off, like they ready to negotiate. Like we ain't got time for this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But China is really the only country that's like you know pushing back. You know what I'm saying? And basically they I guess it's going viral on TikTok now about all the luxury items that that's getting made in China. That they claim they're not being made in China, but they're actually being made in China and then get sold back to the company. And all they doing is putting their stamp on it. And basically telling them now like they're gonna stop putting websites up on TikTok until y'all just going through the was the wholesaler. You know what I'm saying? We gonna buy that shit straight from us. And I'm talking about like
yeah.
Louis Vuitton bags. You probably paying like a couple grand for shit. You probably get them bitches like for $25 off that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know they already got the websites that you can get all that stuff straight from off the boat. You just gonna have to wait that you
Mm-hmm.
can get them straight. They got websites like that, like that you can get shoes and all that stuff straight from the maker. And
Mm-hmm.
because the same people, because and they were just saying it, like the same people that make the real Jordans, they make the counterfeit ones. The
Yeah.
only one, the only, and then I mean, and I've always knew the only difference about the counterfeit to the real junk is just it's a defect in the shoe or some shit like that. A stitch might be messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
all them
they
bags, I remember I took Alicia to New York. Well, actually, she took me to New York, and they had all them bags out there. And we thought those shit was knockoffs. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time, I'm like, well, damn, hell no, they can't, they won't knockoffs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Um,
I got a cousin. She go up in every time she go up in New York. She was like the first time she went, they were like it was a person that was selling the bags. Like you said, they was on the street, but she was
mm-hmm,
like, yeah, she was like she didn't want the knockoffs and shit like that. So the dude took her into a building upstairs. You know what I'm saying? And they had everything in that junk, all
mm-hmm.
types of shit, real and shit. He was like, yeah, man. She was like, man, she kept left out that junk with a trash bag.
Probably paying a little or nothing.
Little or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think people are looking at it now like just gonna backfire on Trump. But I think that it's probably Trump playing. You know what I'm saying? To get these motherfuckers
Mm-hmm.
to come back over here and make that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but in China, bro, and I want to name some other countries. I don't have on top of my head, but there is no poverty over in China. Like nobody's homeless over there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody homeless over there.
They
Nobody's
just
living on
they,
streets.
they just
Nobody.
overpopulated.
And they're overpopulated. But I'm saying nobody's living on streets though. Everybody is have a home. You know what I'm saying? Um, I would say Saudi Arabia. Um, I can't think of no other country right now. But he was like, he basically saying like, yo, we supposed to be the best nation in the world. And these motherfucking countries over here getting rich off us, and they over there living like kings over there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah.
I I get it. I get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? It's just a decision. Like, do we still get taken advantage of, or do we do something about it? You know, and if you push back, of course, you know everything you do, has a a retaliation or what I'm saying, a consequence to it. You know what I'm saying? But you go back to that question: do we keep let people take advantage of us? You
Yeah.
know, I don't know, man. Just I applaud the move.
I mean, I, I
Um,
mean, I, I mean, I. Now that you explain it, I get it. I understand it, and like you said, in order for things to get better, you gotta get worse.
gotta get
You're gonna
worse.
see a bad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Like I told somebody at work, um, well, he's gonna make it bad. He's gonna make it worse. I'm like, well, goddamn it, we was living in the worst. Goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? You act like
yeah.
goddamn it, shit was
We
cheap.
was like, this was a Milan of milk and honey at first.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would have been done better if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, it, I tell people, if you don't like Trump, just say you don't like Trump. But don't talk no
Yeah,
policy around me. You can't just hate somebody and then downplay his policy because 9 times 10 when you
bias,
explain,
bias,
huh?
being biased.
Yeah,
Cause
you
you
know what
got a
I'm saying.
man, you got a vendetta, vendetta
Vendetta.
against somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I be seeing people, oh, prices going like, bitch, the price been up. You know what I'm saying? Groceries gonna go up. Groceries been up. So man, got to try something different. I mean, the last 4 years, their way didn't work. So got to try something different, you know? So,
Yeah,
like, my thing is, like, give it a chance, see what happen. I said, wait it, because nothing happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? So, um, give it like 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Then you can come sit back like, yeah, it didn't work, or it did work. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
um, that's why I'm glad I'm not a party affiliate. I'm just a person that just
A regular nigga.
I'm just a regular nigga. I just choose the less evil,
Mhm.
you know. So
Um, yeah. And all right. And I know you've been. Yeah, I know been you've been seeing these Crips, the what Big U and the Rolling Sixes, a whole lot of lockups over there and shit from. And me and you talked the other day. Well, I told you about map theory. You know what I'm saying? So, and what I basically, y'all, I told him was, um, it was rumored that back in 1996 when Atlanta had their was getting ready for their Olympics that they cleaned up for the Olympics. And when I say clean up, they a lot of their projects, public housing, hoods were was not destroyed but tore down, and they forced a lot of people to move into the rural counties just to clean the city up and make more space for all the gangs. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, they had the Olympic Games, and the city started thriving. We
It
we
did.
just gonna we just gonna keep it a buck.
It
In
did.
the long run, it became it made Atlanta what it is today. So
It did.
you can say
Hmm.
it was a bad move. You can say it was a bad move. You can say it was a good move. I mean, in the long run, it was a good move because now Atlanta is the mecca for black people. You can say,
Black Hollywood.
yeah. So you can say that. So my thing was since um the Olympics now is coming to Atlanta, no, not Atlanta, Los Angeles, and for the past, let's say, year, maybe less, there's been all types of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they have the wildfires every year. That's every year, but these
These
wasn't
were
wildfires. These weren't
these were sent.
wildfires. These weren't. Yeah, these like their wildfires usually be wilderness. You know, in the woods, parks, shit like that. This was damn near the race rat. I mean, not even the Compton riots back in when OJ and shit happened. These was in the cities. You had neighborhoods torn down. Matter of fact, it was just like Hawaii.
Hmm.
That's the closest comparison to them is Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yep.
So and me thinking about it, that's one way to clean an area. You know what I'm saying? Without paying money of destruction. Yeah, you might got to
Mhm.
clean it up. I mean, you might have to spend some money rebuilding, but they already had plans for that anyway. You know
And
what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure there's some type of insurance with fires, like you know what I'm saying. So they getting a return from from the damage to rebuild.
Hmm.
Um,
And what's the easy way? And then what's the easy way to kick somebody out without them arguing? No fire.
fire. Yeah, fire.
And they think it's natural
Yeah.
because you gotta think. Even if they came up to people and it was like, "We're gonna give you such and such money to for your land," a lot of people not gonna
They're
do
not
that.
gonna sell. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah, the
But
majority of the people not gonna sell.
burn your
You
shit
know what I
down.
mean? Yeah, like, oh, we gonna big bad wolf your ass. You ain't gotta pay. I'm gonna huff and I'm gonna puff and I'm gonna blow this bitch up.
Well, you still get your cut. You still get your cut from the fire. If let's hope you get fire insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, the insurance company gonna pay for all that, and that don't have to come out the city's hands, the city's
Nope.
pocket.
And they in
So
Cali too, so
okay.
they'll get nice checks.
Hmm. So okay, now back to the gangs and shit. Now the fires was the one thing to clear them out the way. But out of the blue, I'm not gonna even say out of the blue because niggas now they snitch on themselves. They tell all their business. They don't even pillow talk no more. They just talk.
Just talk.
Yeah. You put a camera in a nigga face and a microphone and pay him like a couple of dollars, he gonna sing like Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Shit that he don't even know about, he gonna make up.
First
Yeah, I
48.
was there. Nigga, I was there. Me and Lil Tay was there. We was right beside that nigga. I told him don't shoot him. He shot him anyway.
Yep.
The nigga had a
Mm-hmm.
blue shirt, blue jeans, and some chains on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Got the chain on.
but, mm-hmm. What? No, what I was saying is, if you indict a whole group, get the whole gang out the way, lock them up, hit these niggas with Rico. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's one way to clean. That's one way to clean the streets
Clean
off.
them up. Yep.
You talking about extorting cat. We got countries coming over. We can't allow that.
No, not over there.
No.
Not no, not
And then
LA.
you gotta think. You gotta think. If them niggas was to extort somebody from overseas, you know, diplomatic shit. Even if the country they have nothing to do with it, that
Mm-hmm.
won't be war.
Yep.
So yeah, they had to clean that shit up.
Um,
You know? So that's my little
and
theory on
to piggyback off what you said, with the fires, and when Trump got over there, I remember Trump called out the governor. I don't know you
mhm.
remember that now they had that press conference and they all was in their room and he called I think the lady, I think she's a lady. She called the governor out and he was wondering why um it took so long, why it's taking so long, why the people can't go back and collect their belongings or see they got anything. You know what I'm saying? Cause they tell them they know, and it's gonna take about uh 12 to 18 months for they allowed to get back over there. And Trump like looking at her like, why is that taking so long for them to get back
To their belongings.
over there? He said, let them go.
Yeah,
Shoot, if you want this stuff cleaned up, they don't people don't mind going there and help start cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? They trying to find if there's
right.
any belong, stuff like that. And it's
Any
something he's
viable they want.
hmm and he says something, and it's crazy. I didn't think about it until you brought up this, conspiracy and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He said, I think I know how this started, but I'm not going to say nothing. He said it right at the press conference. He said, I think I know how this, he said, either I think I know how this started or I think I know where it's coming from. But so
Hmm.
I'm not going to get into it. And I didn't think about that statement until you brought up this, with the fires and with the Olympics coming up. That might what he's been talking about. You know what I'm saying? He can't go. One thing about Trump, I give him props about, he throw you hints now. He's not gonna he
Yeah,
gonna
he'll throw you yeah.
he'll throw you
But
some hints at you.
yeah.
It's up to you to catch
Um
on to it. But yeah, but I didn't it didn't dawn on me until that was said, until you start bringing that up. Because remember
um
they wouldn't even let them go to their property once they had clear the fires on and everything. They still weren't allowed um to go to their property, stuff like that. Trump stopped all that. Told like, no, let them people go there. And why I gotta be so long? Why they gotta wait so long?
yeah. Um yeah. Um Also, I want to get my condolences out. I know I'm all over the place today, but I'm free minded today. I haven't had a medicine. So yeah. I'm
Wherever you
all
go,
in.
okay.
So
Wherever you go, I'm going with you, bro. So it's all good.
um all the victims to the, I want to say yesterday or the day before, to the victims of the helicopter crash in Hudson.
Mm,
And then I seen the day it was another crash or something, if I'm not mistaken.
I know one. This helicopter in that crashed in the Hudson. It was another crash that happened too. They showed it. They showed the explosion.
Yeah,
I forgot what it was at.
I want to say it was in New York too.
It was in New York too.
Yeah, everything. Man,
I
niggas
want
can't fly in New York.
to, and I think it was not too far from the interstate, wasn't it? From the highway where he crashed at.
I
Is that
don't.
the same one?
I don't. I don't know. I didn't know. I just saw it was in New York. I seen the picture and I was like, God damn, it just still kept showing. Kept on showing.
But
I
yeah,
was trying to find some.
condolences.
I was trying to find some funny shit. I won't really looking for nothing depressing. So at the moment.
Mm,
Um. But yeah. So yeah. Also, I want to give my condolences all out to the victims to that Sponsorvania shooting.
yeah.
Up.
I didn't even read up on that. I just saw the breaking news. Do you know like
I
what actually
saw.
happened?
Yes, from what I read and reports, they was like one party with was trying to buy some guns, and the party that was selling the guns tried to rob them. Went up to them to sell, but also was going to rob them also. So that's where uh the shootout occurred.
Hmm.
So, and from my from my understanding, all I think the oldest was 20, 19 or 20, but
Hmm.
it was 18 or 17, and I want to say at a 19-year-old.
Hmm.
And I want to say the two youngest was the 16 and 17-year-old that was killed.
Okay.
But I want to say they found the two shooters that was in the video. They caught them two because one of them got shot.
Hmm.
He was hit in the arm. So yeah. So my condolences to all to everybody that was affected by that. Even if they wasn't hurt, family members of them, just the the emotion and the stress.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um yeah, cause that's crazy.
Damn. Yeah, I think I think I saw some other day about an old man was missing. Out in the country. Uh, I think they found him dead. I think they found him dead on somebody's porch or near somebody's porch or something. But they say
That's crazy.
he was in need of medicine. Um, they've been missing for a good week. Had his son talking about him and um described his truck. But yeah, they found him. I think I want to say he was in his late 70s, early 80s, and they uh I want to say they found him yesterday, either yesterday or this morning. They found him. I think they found him on somebody's porch. He had died.
Yeah.
So condolences.
Um.
I think he was out from Sussex County.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
condolences to that family too. A lot of death, man. A lot of death going
A
on,
lot of
man.
that.
Um,
Prayer. Did you see about the high speed chase today?
yeah, I saw
That
that.
started in Henrico. and the dude threw the two kids out the
Mm-hmm.
window, and then as he was trying to throw the third one out, he crashed the car.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy out here, man. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Matter of fact, when we went online, man, uh, they said I don't know how true it is. I try not to. I try not to get into social media news, but they were saying something about one that kid's throat was cut or slit or something. Um, they were sent to the emergency room, had life threatening injuries, but I don't know how accurate that is because, like I said, I don't really trust Facebook news. But
Yeah.
I'm just praying that that's not true. And
Yeah. But I was looking, but shit, I was at work last night. I was ready to get off from work last night. One reason what took me so long to get home last night, nigga, it was a high speed chase. They went past my motherfucking job last night. Like we outside, we like you know how we close down and we be outside chilling, just winding down after we close. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So we
Mhm.
outside chilling, talking, and we just hearing nothing but police sirens. So
Mhm.
we're not paying no attention. Like I said, it's clubs letting out right at the time.
Right.
So and we just keep hearing it, and we keep hearing it. So I want to say probably like 2 minutes later, we see the state troopers ride past, but he ain't have he ain't have his lights or sirens on. So we really, but he speed, he driving fast. So
Right.
we really don't pay no attention, but we still hearing the sirens around the area. So then we see the Capitol Police. Capitol Police not doing too much.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He got one job, and that's the Capitol.
The capital. Right.
But nigga, when we saw they fleet, I was like, oh yeah, something going on.
Something going
Then
on.
probably
Right.
like so then like 2 minutes later, we see like three police cruisers were coming down Fifth Street, and they stop at the light where they really did. Yeah, they stopped at the light, but the light was green because they trying to cut the intersection off.
Hmm.
Then as they doing that, all you see was a cop. You know what I'm saying? With the lights off, just driving. You know what I'm saying? I'm here talking about he going. Whoa. And you see the police right behind. I'm talking about he had like 15 cars on his ass coming down Franklin. And then he turned where the Capitol was at.
Hmm.
And then I'm like, man, he about to get on the highway. But he did. He went back up Broad Street. I'm like, nigga, that nigga stupid.
Yeah, but crazy. I would took the highway. Fuck that.
Only way I think the reason why he couldn't take the highway if they blocked that zone off.
Right.
So, but
Something that came in my
but I
phone.
didn't see.
Oh, go ahead.
Boy, no. I just hope no. But I didn't see anything about that this today because I was looking at it. But and it's crazy as I was looking for that, I seen this high speed chase that happened today. I'm
Hmm.
like, these niggas is really
Yeah,
showing
no.
out.
Yeah, showing the fuck out. And it's not even hot yet out here. And
It's not. It ain't even break yet for them.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. And they showing out already. Now I was something that just popped up to my phone. I don't know if it's old or new. From Channel 12, it was saying about if they have found two bodies in a freezer or something. Um, yeah, it just literally came to my phone. I don't know how old it is though, but I was trying to
What that?
two bodies found. Hold on. Two bodies found in apartment complex freezer identified as suspects' parents. I don't know. I don't know what those about. Maybe they following up on a story or something. I don't know. Mm. Yeah, we need to
I
definitely stay
heard
prayed up.
goddamn all this. They was shooting yesterday at some hotel in the West End. Matter of fact, I saw that on Instagram. Like
Mm-hmm.
they had the camera, the video camera, but you ain't see nobody. You could just hear the shots.
Hit the
Heard it.
shots.
Grr. They said won't nobody hurt, but it was a lot of collateral damage. A lot of cars was hit.
Got hit.
Niggas shooting with it. Yeah, niggas shooting with their eyes closed again. You know how that
Yeah, of
is.
course. Wasting bullets.
Matter of fact, it's the it was the. I'm looking at the joint now. I'm trying to figure out what hotel it was. What club be at the hotel out west is?
Club
Is it
in the
cities?
hotel. Not cities.
What's the joint out here, Rico?
Well, cities is in Henrico, but it's not inside a hotel though.
Oh, okay.
There's a hotel behind it though.
Is the Dory Plaza Hotel?
Oh, Dory Plaza. That's a short pump.
Okay, yeah. Oh, it was in Short Pump then.
Yeah, if you talking about Dory Plaza, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the shooting was at.
Wow. Yeah, that's a short pump. That's the matter of fact, if
It's
you get off
crazy
the
how they
short
said. It's crazy how they said West End instead of Short Pump.
yeah, it's short pump. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you exactly what the hotel is. It's the hotel. If you ever go to short pump Asia from 64, it's the hotel that's sitting in the middle of the highway. You can see it from the highway.
Oh, I know you talk about. Yeah,
Yeah. You can see it right from the highway as soon as you get off there. I
that's
stay there.
crazy. That's crazy. If they saying it was that. I'm just saying just how they worded that.
In the West End,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
It's that
saying?
short pump. Yeah.
West.
You know they ain't
Yeah.
gonna do that. Yeah,
And,
that's definitely short pump.
and Short Pump is not West End. Oh,
No,
that is Henrico. Probably not even Henrico. It's Short Pump now.
it's short pump. But
Yeah.
it's Henrico police, so I guess they would still call it's still Henrico. Because you go past the mall, it turns into Goochland. So,
Oh,
but yeah, it's it right. You can see it like from the highway as soon as you get off the exit. Oh damn! What the hell went on that night? I stayed
huh?
there a couple. I just stayed there a couple times. It's a nice hotel. It's a very fine hotel.
Okay.
I'm surprised at anything. Unless they had I know they had a ballroom in there. Maybe they had something. Somebody had rented out for something. You know.
Yeah. Um, from what I've seen, the jump, there won't no words on the jump.
Hmm.
Hold on. Well, I guess they do got security footage, hmm. but yeah, there's a whole lot of shit going on though. Um,
Yeah. Pray for the city, man.
yeah, pray for the country.
For the country, yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's not even one area. It's all over, man. I
yeah.
think I saw some in Petersburg today. A car was had flipped over in the middle of Credit Road. I don't know if anybody got hurt or not,
Shit,
but huh?
a car was flipped over. I think it was on Broad Rock or
Mhm.
Hall Street. One of them, and they left the car.
Left the car.
That's that's stupid because the police gonna come to your house.
Hmm. Fuck you, leave the
They
car.
don't come to your house.
Fuck you, leave the car
Right? They
in.
don't come to your house. Yeah, you gonna find you gonna get that ticket in your mailbox, dummy.
Hmm. VIN number.
What? Yeah, I'm gonna put my car in my mama's name.
Left the tags and everything on the bitch. And you thought you did something.
They said it was all types of bill and everything by the cop,
Yeah, you try to
but
beat that
nobody.
DUI.
Nigga, oh, he ain't beating that dog. You gonna catch another charge now, fleeing the scene.
Mm-hmm. It'll get you for open container.
Yeah, drinking wild, DUI, uh, operating a motor vehicle while under the influence. Got daggone hit and run and fleeing the scene.
Yep.
So yeah,
He
that's
might, he might could beat that D. Well, he might could beat that. He might beat that DUI because it still had that proof that you was drinking.
yeah.
That said that night. You know what I'm saying? But that hit and run though, that's even worse. That's just about the same as fucking DUI. And you fled the
Yeah.
scene. So let me tap into the. I know this kind of old now, but we haven't really been on here to talk about it. Marvin Sapp. Um, I guess he was checking up a collection, and told the people told the ushers to close the door. And I guess he was trying to raise $40,000.
You gotta
And
come out with an album.
I know he went on
Did he
Ricky
did he
Smiley.
did he ever respond to that?
You know what I'm saying? He went on Ricky Smiley, and he was saying was the money wasn't for his church. He wasn't even at his church. He was at a I guess some type of convention, and he was raising money for, I guess, for that foundation or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And they was taking a collection, taking an offering. But he did admit that from the video. If he said from the outside looking in, if he saw the video, he said he did sound aggressive when he told the ushers to shut the door. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. Everybody think he's saying lock the doors, but I didn't say lock the door. I just told him to shut the doors. But I'm gonna say this though. I would admit, and this is just me growing up in the church, man. These pastors today, man, it's just a little more aggressive than with giving with
Yeah,
than we
with
was
receiving.
right.
Giving.
I don't know if you
Thing,
like
yeah.
if you watch like the if you watch like TBN and stuff like that. Now you go like to these churches now, man. They telling you to sow $1,000 and and
Mhm.
you take. I mean, I've been in a couple of churches, man. I always just thought you just pay you the 10%. Pay your tithes. But now, man, some get kind of slick, man. They'll be shouting in the Holy Ghost, and then in the middle of the Holy Ghost, he'd be like, "Come to the altar and bring $20 with you now," and um,
Yeah.
I just didn't, I just didn't experience that growing up in the church. My mom always, say you pay your tithes, and and but now they aggressive, man. I mean, they getting specific. Like I want this.
But I heard, yeah, but I found out and I've learned that like offering wasn't meant to be money.
No,
It
that's
wasn't not not initially. It wasn't meant to be money. It was goods,
sacrifices.
clothes, sacrifice, goods, clothes, food,
Mm-hmm.
anything to help. The church supposed to have been a storehouse. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that was another reason why when Jesus came to the land and went to the temple and when he seen they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do and they was gambling and all that, he went the fuck. I mean, he went off. You know
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
tore the
saying? Because
temple. Yeah.
yeah, he won't doing what he was supposed to do. So yeah, so and me just thinking about it is crazy because it is back to that point now. You know what I'm saying? The Bible repeating itself. Like he 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 already went in the temple and tore it up because y'all won't doing nothing, doing what y'all doing now. So you got mega churches, you got pastors just feeding off of people that want and need a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And just people that looking for acceptance. You know what I'm saying? A safe haven for people. You know what I'm saying? Safest place you supposed to find is your house, and then the church, and then your house.
I did heard somebody told me, man, like, man, it seems like you got to pay to go to church now.
Yeah, the church is. The church is the most expensive club to go to.
Yeah, um, and I get it. I get it. The tithes is just basic ones. To me, I always took like that. I mean, for the upkeep of the church of the building,
Hmm.
you pay your lights and you pay your lights, water,
But the church is a
what?
right. But the church is a write off though.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
I mean, but you got to
then
think.
you got,
If you got a
but
church,
you,
if you got a
but then you
church,
got some
if
churches,
you got
man,
a
like they use the tithes for the pastor's salary. I mean, that's another another
yeah,
story. But
that's
I mean,
a whole nother thing.
yeah, which I scratch my head about. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, you got some pastors that I see they charge to come preach, especially them famous pastors. You got to pay them up front for them to come out and
Yeah.
preach, which I think is wrong because I was taught that salvation is free. You know what I'm saying? So who are you to
Um.
now? I get it. Like now, I get it. Like they say you're a preacher and you in Cali or you in Texas or whatever, and I'm asking you to come to Virginia. Yeah, I will. Now the church, would normally would accommodate you. They make sure you
Yeah.
get out there, get your room, make sure accommodated and
Man,
stuff like that.
you can stay at Sister Mary house.
Yeah,
Damn
it's the
that.
Myra house. If you don't want to stay there, we'll put you at the Comfort Inn or something decent. Something you lay your head in, wash your ass. You know what I'm saying for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But
For
yeah, I some,
the low price of $62.99. You
yeah,
good.
that-
We'll come and pick you up in the we'll come and pick you up in the church van and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We'll make sure we put you somewhere with free continental breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little something to eat, something to wash it down with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Some of this church juice. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
church. Uh-huh. Yeah, but you got
So
some
is.
pastors, man. They charge
Yeah.
like an
But
upfront
no,
fee.
speaking of speaking of the pastors, I earlier this week I seen that it was a pastor that he gave a family in a congregation. I want to say it was 50,000 or $5,000 because they came the family moved from Canada just to
Yeah,
go to that
I saw
church,
that. I saw that. Yeah.
just to come to that church. And
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy because this happened right after the Marvin Sapp thing,
Malcolm South John.
maybe a
Yeah.
maybe a couple days later, and he gave the guest not on he gave the guest 50,000, and the guy and the father was like, no, he don't want the money, he just want a job and the blessing, and he was like, no, you gonna get your blessing, and I want to say he gave him a job, you know what I'm saying, but I guarantee somebody in that congregation gave was in a position that they can hook that family up with a job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Some get a
Yeah,
head
I
start.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but right there is what the church was meant for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most churches supposed to have their sick and shut in crew that go to the members of the church that's not able to get out, that's sick and shut in. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You got them.
yeah.
Um. So yeah,
It
it
just
was it
changed,
was
man. It just
yeah,
it just changed,
yeah.
man. It just um everything is just so monetary now. You know, and how they explain it now these days, man. Like, yeah, you sow you basically if you want a blessing, you know, sow a seed, and then you Lord,
Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I yeah, it just seemed like they seem like they and I and like I said, I was raised in the church, man. I don't want to bash the church because I got love for the Lord and stuff like that, man. But yeah, I gotta admit, man, that it's different now, man. You know, I read that some churches that put ATMs up in churches, and I done read I forgot who church it was, man. Yeah, they I want to say Creflo Dollar Church. I forgot. I think they were putting ATMs in their churches, so you couldn't use that excuse that you ain't had no money. Uh,
Yeah, I'm back, brother. My fault.
yeah, it just I don't know, man. It just different when I was going there, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, me too. Like, um, yeah, I'm because I'm not even gonna go into that store because I've not me, but my family been the victim of a church scam and stuff like that. So yeah, but but just in my thought and how I feel like the people of cloth that are dirty and not right, they get the worst karma.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time they still made that oath. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say they the closest thing to him, but you're spreading his word. You know what
you're
I'm saying?
called. You're called. You know what I'm saying? You're called to
So
to do that. You know, um, there's one thing, man. I always say, man, don't play with God. You know,
oh no, I didn't have my repercussions of playing with, and I was just playing, and I
mm,
almost got daggone took my daggone hand off, just
mm.
stretching and the ceiling fan smacked my goddamn hand. I was just playing,
What happened?
so I making a doing it. You know how I am, and I was joking,
Hmm.
and right after I started joking, I just stretched and went like this, this is when I was living in my old house, and I've always stretched in the kitchen. But I've never got hit by the ceiling fan. I've never been that tall. Never been that tall to even touch the ceiling fan. Maybe if I wanted to, but I stretched so good. Like
Hmm.
my whole hand went past the fan, and the blade smacked my wrist a couple
Mm.
times. But yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, I ain't playing with him no more. So yeah, I don't, nah, I don't do my jokey jokes on him. So you know me. So
Yeah, yeah, I know you. I'm just thinking about you stretching in that pain. That's what I'm looking.
you can see it happening. You can see it happening. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like, all
man.
right. He was like,
I
all
see
right,
it now,
man, knock him
man.
out.
I, I see, man. Like I said, man, you are in that line of work, and this is my personal opinion. And if you in that line of work, if you're a preacher, you're a man of God, you to me, I mean, we all human. So there's no one perfect. So don't when I make this statement, don't think that preachers are perfect because they're far from perfect.
Yeah,
But when you in that position, you have that title, you have to live like a you supposed to live like it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because you have followers. People watching you. You know what I'm saying? So you say you're called, the Lord calls you to deliver the word and to be an example for us. You know, you got to you got to live like a preacher. You got to live like a minister. You got to, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You gonna have you gonna have your days too, because like I say, you're human. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know, man. Just I hate to use the word, but it's if people don't know no better, you'll think a church is becoming a hustle.
Um, yeah. Um, Also, I want I know you heard about the LSU wide receiver. What his name? Karen, Kyron Lacey.
That's the guy that was 24.
Yeah,
He was in Houston or something. He found him in Houston or something.
he from some yeah. He found that he won't found. What happened was, from what the police report said, um, that he was already in trouble. He was supposed to be going to court in a couple of days for another um he was involved a deadly hit and run where
Mm,
he fled the scene. He didn't cause the crash, but he did. He was weaving in and out of traffic, and
mm,
another car tried to dodge him and went head on with another car.
mm.
That's when a older guy passed, so he turned himself in and stuff like that. But that's what he was going to court for. They said this on this occasion he was involved in an altercation where he pulled his strap out, shot at the ground, just like shot at the ground, got in the car, and fled from the police.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, during the high speed chase, he he took his life. He took his own life, which crashed the car. So
He was 24.
yeah, 24. And they said he was supposed to be a first rounder from LSU. Um, I want to send my condolences and prayers out to his family, his friends, everybody affected by him. You know,
Sad,
prayers of
man.
strength and
Sad.
healing. So yeah, these little young dudes, man, these little young dudes, they 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 they, they, they misguided
They are.
is the most is the best phrase and term to describe them. It ain't even just the young dudes; it's the whole youth, men,
You
and young boys and girls,
and girls,
misguided.
yeah. But who
So
they gotta look up to now?
I mean, it's you can't say that either though because you got a whole lot of positive positive people out here. You know what I'm saying? Not even on that's not even that's on that's big. Not even talking about that. Everybody got a positive light somewhere around. Everybody do. You know what I'm saying? Now it's up to you whether you can you want to be part of that light and take heed of it or not. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's more. It's easier. It's easier to do wrong and sin and follow the wrong crowd. You know what I'm saying? It's more of that than it is good.
True.
Trust me, it's more of that. So, so yeah, especially when everywhere you see is a lot of corruption and crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like they say, it's lies and everything. Is a whole lot of they feed you bullshit and everything you see, but in that bullshit is is a mustard seed of truth. You
That's
know
true.
what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So you just gotta. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I um I always had positive, like you said, um, for the most part, growing up, I always had positive people around me.
Hmm.
I had negative people around me. You know, um,
But
but
I mean, to cut you off.
mhm.
Even the people that was negative around us, they never really exposed that around us.
No, that's what I great to say. That was great to say. Like,
You either you heard the stories of it and you was like, man, I never saw that. Nigga, yeah.
no, some of the stuff I seen.
Or
But see, the thing about
yeah,
like the
or
OGs,
they was
like
quick to that point. Yeah.
like the OGs, I knew, and I knew what they used to do, and I see them do it. You know, sometimes they'll try to hide it from you, so you won't see it. But then you see it. What the first they tell you? Them catch you doing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
This ain't
saying?
what you want.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This ain't what you want, or this grown for. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, so that that's why I
That
try to
was
say positive and negative. But like even with the negative ones, you know what I'm saying? They ain't they had so much love for you. They already know like nah, bro, this ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And on that note, the most famous phrase back then was this for grown folks. This is grown folks business. Stay
grown
in the
folk
child's
business.
place.
Taking
Go
child's
on
play.
somewhere. Yeah. So
Go somewhere and play
that
down.
was always yeah, that was always said. That was
Mm-hmm.
always said. You know what I'm saying? And like even like you said, the OGs that was doing that was out there, they was like, man, don't let me catch you. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
even if you did, and then even if you did do it, they taught you the ropes and they
They told
taught
you the
you the
road.
proper way of the
Or
game,
they tell you, oh
proper way
yeah,
of the game.
or they be like, you know, if you want to do that shit around me, so I can see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Even when you want to try, you want to smoke something, you want to smoke, or you want to do something. You know, they ain't like, well, get it from me because I know, because you know, you can't just baffle anybody, put stuff in shit and stuff like that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying. So, you know,
Yeah, man. Hell
I'm
no,
appreciate.
hell no, you can't smoke. Hell no, you can't smoke. I know your mama. Your mama
Yeah,
beat my mother.
yeah, beat my
Your mama
motherfucking ass.
fuck
Yeah,
me up. Your
cause
mama
she
fuck
fucked
me
me
up.
up. I'm turn around, fuck you up. Yeah,
Mama, I ain't trying to hear your mama mouth. Fuck wrong with you? So yeah,
Um,
The game has changed tremendously,
hell yeah.
tremendously, tremendously, and and I don't I don't want to say because these parents is young and stuff like that, because that that's just a what's the word, um a lie basically, because everybody knows right from wrong, everybody knows discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes down to if you want to raise your child or
Do
not.
they? Do they run? Because some of them, I mean, not all of them, but do they? But do some of them do no right for wrong? Because if you could, like me and you can
You
sit
know
there,
you
me and
know
you can
you
sit there and
some
listen to how some of these young people talk and how their mindset is, and to us, we listen to them like, man, that bitch fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? But but but
yeah,
but but they
that's their
but I'm
logic,
saying,
but they know
but
they
to
wrong.
them, they think they think it makes sense to them. So if
Yeah,
they think if that makes sense to them, what do you think they're gonna teach their kids? You see what I'm saying? We'll sit there like, man, that bitch fucked up in the head, man. Fuck wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? What fuck wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? Man, something wrong with that motherfucker, man. Fuck you talking about?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I
true,
mean,
true,
I get what you're saying, but
true.
some people think that, you know,
Yeah, some people logic is real fucked up. Some people
yeah.
real logic real fucked up. I
And
understand what you.
then 9 times out of 10, they probably don't know no better. Cause that's what they was probably taught, you know what I'm saying? So then somebody like a positive person like me or you come around and we, try to school them on some shit, they like we basically they could basically look at us like we looking at them. Fuck wrong with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So hey, you weird, man. Fucking weird, man. I gotta go get a job. For
yeah,
what? I
yeah.
gotta raise my kids? What? You
What is
weird.
what is raise? Weird dog.
Raise. Love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing, man. I'm gonna tag into it, then we could do our little shout outs and we can log off, man. But um we'll jump into sports real quick. The little job and rant situation, man. Um I think they fined him 75,000 for the gun gesture. Um I just want to give you hear your thought. Yeah, just a quick little thought about what you felt about that and stuff.
Um, I feel like a part of me feel like he need to tighten up. He do need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? But then part of me saying like they picking on. Him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like they're trying to make him the poster child and the scapegoat to it. You know what I'm saying? I have realized, and matter of fact, I've noticed that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he has been the one been caught with the gun. They're not even doing violent shit, doing dumb shit with it.
dumb shit. Because like I said, he didn't break no laws.
He didn't. He
You know
didn't.
what I'm saying?
He definitely didn't. He definitely didn't. So um, but you doing dumb shit like you in the strip club and
Right.
you want to do like this while you on live. Some ass. In the strip club.
Yeah.
You worrying about the wrong shit. That's stupid.
Yeah, stupid shit. Yeah.
Why you don't laugh? You got entertainment in front of you. You're not supposed to be being entertained by nobody on live.
If I'm in the strip club, if I'm in the strip club, that's the
I
last
ain't
person
even,
I'm
I'm not
going.
even thinking about. I'm not
I
even
might even take
thinking
my
about my
phone,
phone.
bro. Yeah. All that ass in
I
front of
might
me.
even leave. I might even, I might even leave the phone in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
I
that's
mean, like I said, he gonna
but
grow up one
that's
day.
what they do. That's what they do in the club anyway. The club is not a club no more. The club is, you know what I'm saying? It is a social media uh outlet. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what everybody do. They in the phone, in their phone, standing still in the corner. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I've seen seventh grade dances better than the club, man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I feel like they're picking. Um, but my thing with that is that if they're gonna crack down on that, it gotta be across the board.
yeah,
And
I believe that too. I say the
Because
same thing
even
because
even after that fine, I'm gonna say I was watching our game and Bronny hit that three and Brian did a gun gesture. Yeah, he did a gun gesture.
yeah,
Uh, it was somebody else that it was another game they did it. They and think about it,
you see that man. You see it
you see it all the
everywhere.
time.
You see it everywhere in every game. As soon as somebody shoot the three, you know what I'm saying? They shooting the gun. So
Hmm.
what I do think was funny, I forgot what I was looking at, and he was like, "Man, fuck it, man. If you can't shoot the gun, stop shooting. Find another gimmick. Find another
Hmm.
throw a grenade." And then the next night he went out there, Joe. Let's shoot a grenade.
Hmm.
But why you just don't go back to doing the gritty?
He's doing that too. He did it the other night. I forgot who they played, but he did it at the end of the game. Yeah,
But
that's my
yeah,
only
man.
thing with that. You gonna find that man that kind of money? They got to go across the board.
Yeah.
You know.
But the first time he was warned because him and I think it was Buddy Hill that did it,
Hmm.
and they did it towards each other. You know what I'm saying? And they warned both of them. Then the next night he did it, and that's when they fined him
They
75,000.
finally, yeah.
That was a whole 75. That's a whole game check, bro.
That's a game check. Of course, that's a whole game check right there. The man paid for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dog,
man.
I remember when I was in the military, and I got court martial. Well, NJP, basically, I had to go to the principal. So, and it was for because I came in late for curfew.
Hmm.
So they basically gave me a 30-30, which means I'm basically restricted to my dorm for 30 days. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? 30 days, 30 nights. The only time I could come out of my dorm if I'm going to eat or I'm going to work. Only
Right.
time. So and then on top of that, they took my doing that 30-30, they take my money. They take my check. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I get instead of getting my whole check, they give me a third of it. So and you only get paid twice in the military. Well, everybody get paid twice.
Hmm.
The first and the first and the 15th.
Right.
So nigga, I'm going. I ain't got nothing to do, so I'm just still looking for my check. Nigga,
Right.
12 o'clock, goddamn the first come around. Of course, I'm still on basically house arrest, but I can go. I'm going. I'm still going out, nigga.
Right.
Only thing I don't got a ankle monitor. I just got to go report to my to the night cop
Right.
after night check in. Last check in 10 o'clock. That's easy. They don't usually come to your room at night
Hmm.
unless you're an asshole. Most of them don't because they be doing shit.
Right.
So last night, so I'm trying to go to the ATM, nigga. I go to the ATM, I got nothing in the bag. Nothing. I cried. I ain't care about being, like I said, man, I ain't care about being on house arrest 30 because I'm still gonna go out. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But nigga, you take my money away from me, Charlotte, I can't do nothing.
Oh, they make sure your ass ain't want to wear. They make sure your
So
ass ain't go to wear.
I, man, I'm only getting paid a couple $100. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But so just imagine you getting paid millions. Your
Right.
game check like 100,000. They find you 700. Let me say find you 75,000. Yeah, you a butthurt,
Mm.
butthurt.
Yeah,
You
man.
a
They
man.
yeah, they
Them
got you good,
expensive
man.
tears, expensive tears, man.
Mm.
I'm saying expensive tears. But
Damn.
yeah, man. But like I said, I do feel like they they are picking on him, but he giving them ammo though.
Yeah, he definitely give him ammo. Yeah, yeah. They definitely. I mean, I'm not a school to him for that. I'm holding. He can held accountable too. But I'm saying if you're gonna
But
do
they
that,
are, but you know you always in the NBA you always gonna have a bad guy. It's either gonna be like back in
Draymond,
our day, back in our day, it was
Rasheed Wallace,
Rasheed Wallace, and
Dennis
Dennis
Rodman,
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman up,
Then and then it evolved into what's the boy name? Like who you said, Draymond Green.
Draymond, Ja,
You know what I'm
Shay. They just fuck with AI.
saying? Yeah.
They just fuck with him.
So yeah.
All right.
Um, shout outs.
Shout outs. You got any shout outs?
You know I'm gonna shout out little cuz, basically basic nails. You know what I'm saying? Still shining, still grinding, still doing her thing. Love you, Saya. Um,
I still got to
I want to I
get with
want to
her, get
shout
my
out.
feet done.
Yeah, I want to shout out. To, I want to shout out all the high schoolers that's going to prom. It's prom season, so
Mm-hmm.
y'all little niggas be safe. Don't be
Literally.
out here. Yeah, strap. I'm not even gonna say that, but cause I wish none of y'all to do be grown, but just be careful. Don't be drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying? If y'all all driving, pay attention to the road. Um, just have a good time. Just have a good time. That prom one is gonna be one of the highlights of your life.
Your life, yeah. You sit back
You
like
know what I'm
20,
saying?
30 years thinking about that junk.
So yeah, like the next 3 months are going to be some of the highlights of y'all life. You know what I'm saying? These times is gonna fly by, but you gonna remember it for the rest of
Remember
your
it.
life. You
Memories, man.
know?
Enjoy, man. Enjoy it.
Yeah. So enjoy it. Be safe. A lot of y'all gonna be looking sharp. Parents with y'all daughters, man, put some clothes on, man. Wrap these girls up, man. It's one
Yeah.
thing being it's one thing being cute, being pretty. It is another thing being trashy and not being classy. So they still kids, you know what I'm saying? They still kids.
Yeah,
So yeah,
remember your
man.
goddamn Moesha when Brandy came in that joint. I guess she got a piercing, her shirt was halfway up. And Frank was like, she said, Dad, why you tripping? I thought you was cool with us. Because now you come here and look like a tramp.
Yeah. Where as you know, it evolved
Yeah,
a
it
little
did.
from a piercing and the belly out now. Now these junks is wearing swimsuits with a train on them. So yeah,
Uh, I see Felicia Rashad was saying something about that on the Breakfast Club not too long ago. And
yeah,
she
she
said,
did say something.
yeah,
She
she said,
caught a
yeah.
whole lot of flack from it.
Yeah, she
I saw
did.
that she caught some.
Yeah, she did. She got some
What?
flat behind it. But she wasn't wrong,
Oh, they
though.
won't nothing but she won't. But it won't nothing but a little young, as they call them, baddies out there giving her slack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Y'all
So
queens, man. Y'all
I'm
black.
not even calling them. I'm not even calling them that no more.
No, I'm just saying that's what she was saying, yo. Y'all are,
Yeah, peasants, bunch of peasants, bunch of peasants, a bunch of pretty peasants with drug problems,
mm,
just problems. Period. So
yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I ain't really got that many
that
shout
there
outs.
go. Kings and
Oh.
queens don't act like peasants, and peasants don't act like kings and queens. That's a bar.
Ah, boy. Ronald has spoken.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a segment. We're gonna have a segment called Ronamo Has Spoken.
Yeah,
Cause I be
yeah, I
coming
like
up,
that.
I be coming up with some shit, and I just be thinking of some shit. Like back when I was a kid, I was thinking, I won't. I was like, I used to think of stupid shit. Like if your knees bent the opposite way, how would shells look?
Damn, that's a good question.
Got your ass, nigga. Would you need a back rest or a chest rest?
If your needs, he says, if your needs, I don't know.
If your knees bent the opposite way, would you need a back rest or how would the chair look?
I'm
And
bending
would you need a
them. Damn. That's, and my dumb ass looking at this shit. Look at my.
because you was ready to try to draw it.
I always think like, um, sour cream. I understand why they call it sour cream. And if it's sour,
Yeah,
why does it have an expiration date if it's already sour?
yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
I was looking at a commercial, and they would talk about sour. It was a sour cream commercial, and they were like, you can use sour cream for a dessert. And I was like, who the fuck uses sour cream as a dessert?
For like for different I thought they use it. I had to ask Alicia about that. That's her field. I would think they use sour cream for some type of and that might be wrong. I mean, that's not my field. So
No, I mean, not mine either. I'm not a pastry chef. You know what I'm saying? I'm
that's a good
trying to get
question.
into. I'm trying to get into the sweets, but that shit.
I don't have patience for that. Alicia got
Me
plenty of
neither.
patience for that.
That that's
Yeah, yeah.
that's a whole
I'm gonna
different
ask
bag.
her.
That's a whole different. That's a
I'm
different
gonna
game
ask her
plan.
about that one. Do you use? Is sour cream used for any pastry? Kind of think maybe some kind of batter or cream or like the cream. You come on, I don't know. I have to ask her.
No,
Hmm. Yeah, I don't have no that many shout outs I could think of. Man, shout out to my team, Money Executives,
yeah.
Dion the
Shout out to
Butcher,
them.
Dion the
Shout out to
Butcher, Mind
Marv.
Body, all the artists out there that's still grinding. Um, I really don't. I can't really think of nobody else. Shout out to DJ Cook too, man. EB and Reflex, DJ Reflex, man. They always it should be even in you too, man. You always checking on a brother, man. It's good, man. Mental health check. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
some people might say pause or whatnot, but I when someone's called like to say I'm checking on you, bro. Uh, never know what someone going through. Never know something on somebody's mind, and it'd be dope when you know, especially when brothers do it, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
I had to, I had to tell a friend that. Yeah, I said I'm like because they was down. They've been down for a while,
hmm
and I was telling them, just talking to her, and I was like, man, I understand. And we were talking about depression and stuff like that,
hmm
and I'm like, depression has many faces. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, uh, that my life been good to the fact that she was like my life has been good and it always come out good. I mean, come out for the best. And I'm like, nah, Charlotte. I'm like, just because you see me smiling and joking all the time, no. I
Behind
put a
closed.
mask on. I like, man, I put a mask on every day before I walk out this house.
hmm
I wake up. Matter of fact, I go to sleep with the mask and wake up with it on too. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So,
like the it,
peace.
I never been I never been a person that really show my emotions, or talk about my emotions and stuff like that. Um, but with depression and stuff like that, when I saw when Robert Williams died, he committed suicide, and when after his death, they talk about how bad he was suffering through depression. And Robert Williams probably like far as like white comedians, white actors,
One of the
one of the funniest
funniest.
ones out there. And of all things, how goofy it was, how funny it was, one word probably would never come across your mind was depression when it came to him. And
Hmm.
when I learned that he was dealing with that severely, the way they was talking, and
Yeah,
it just made you just say, wow, like you really, like you said, you put your mask on, you really don't know what people going through, man. And they can put a smile on their face, they can go on about their day just as normal. But yeah,
yeah,
but you got real friends out there, man, and brotherhood, sisterhood, or whatever. Check on them, man. Just to you ain't got to be on the phone for a whole hour. You ain't got to talk about a whole hour. Just like, hey, you good? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Sometimes, like sometimes a voice make everything,
Mm-hmm.
or just a voice, just somebody somebody that's concerned could change their life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, yeah. Even if you gotta fake it, just to check on them. Just like, hey
Right.
man, I ain't want shit. Just
Make sure you
checking on
good.
you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
ain't make
am.
sure you good. Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah,
I not only do I respect, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
When people do that, you know what I'm saying?
Just,
Um, you got
and
people
sometimes
like people.
they just need. Sometimes you just need. Some people just need that one person just to open that door for they can just to get some shit off their chest.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like I had a friend that they were telling me, man, I don't even care if you listen. Just open the door so I can talk.
If you be around a couple people, man, uh, like I mean, I'm not gonna put his name out there, but he called me one day and he just started talking. You know, and probably like 4 or 5 minutes into conversation, oh, he just needed release. You know what I'm saying? He had a release. I
Yeah,
ain't say nothing. I ain't, and then you could tell like they'll hit you with like, babe, I ain't mean to talk your head off. And I'd be like, man, go ahead, man.
go
Get your
ahead. Oh, I ain't shit. Goddamn. And they just keep on going.
keep on going,
Like
yeah.
I had a like I was working for at a restaurant and one one of my managers happened to call me one night and it was job late and he was pissed out his mind and he didn't even know that he called me
Hmm.
and he was just talking and he was talking. Matter of fact, he started to come like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Shit, chilling, watching the game and shit like that." And he was like, "Oh, all right, I ain't doing nothing." And he just started talking and just talking. And then he started getting personal. And then
Hmm.
I think I said something he didn't get the response. And he looked at his phone and he realized and he was like, "Oh shit, man!" And he just started busting out crying. He was like, "Man, I thought you was my brother. My brother done passed away for like 3 years now."
Mm.
And he was just like, "Man, but at the same time, I appreciate you just letting me talk to you." And then
Yeah.
he just started crying, crying on the phone. I'm like, "Man, I appreciate you opening up to me. Just even if you didn't know that who I was, you found a safe haven in me just to open up."
And I honor that. And like I
Yeah,
told people when they open up to me, man, like, bro, I don't take that shit for granted, man. Like, yo, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? You know, entrusted me, you know what I'm saying, to listen, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And then like I went through my spurt like that, like people just random people, and I'm not even gonna say random people, but random people just come up to me and just talk to me about their problems. And for a second, I was like, "Man, why does everybody want to talk to me about their problem? Nigga, I got my own problem. I ain't trying to hear that shit, da 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 da
Right.
like that." And then it took my mom like, "Man, like a wiser person was like, sometimes the higher power puts you in that position and people
I
just
was going to
feel,
say that. Yeah. I was going to
you
say
know what
that.
I'm saying? Like you should never got that go. It's a For one, it's a gift, and it should be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, like people feel comfortable coming to you, and they like it's
It's
a safe
hard.
space.
A lot of people keep that stuff to themselves, man, because they don't trust people. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
especially
So
now,
yeah, especially
especially
now,
now.
yeah. Yeah. Especially with social media. That's why I feel like, man, like social media, if we look at social media, you see a whole lot of people that's crying out for help, um,
Hmm.
or for attention, you know what I'm saying? Cause they ain't got no one to talk to. So they just type it in, I guess they call themselves typed into the universe. Um,
Yeah,
I would never do that. I mean, that's, but um, but I'm glad
yeah. I mean,
I'm glad.
I got to a like sometimes I got to a point like I threw a whisper out, I threw a bug out there that I was down or something like that. but then I'll catch myself, probably delete it later. But yeah, but yeah, we've all been there before.
Right, right.
Um,
Yeah.
be the
Um,
bigger person. Be the bigger person. If you beefing with somebody, call them. Especially if it's over something petty, call them. You know what I'm saying? Life is short. You know what I'm saying? Especially stop talking to somebody over something petty. You ain't
yeah.
called me Tuesday. You ain't called me Tuesday. It's Thursday now, so I ain't fucking with you no more. Type shit. So yeah,
Check on your people, man. Check. I mean, family, friends. Like I said, ain't got to be a whole conversation. Just like, yo, check this. I ain't want shit. Just checking on you. You know. And it's mental health, man. Shit, real, man.
yeah.
Um, I got a couple announcements, and I'm done. Uh, April 19th. I'm supposed to be going out to Chase City. April Sir RJ um showcase networking party. Yeah, I think it's an after party afterwards in Chase City. Um, for more information,
Okay.
uh, huh?
I said okay.
Yeah, for more information, you might reach out to Sir RJ about that. Um, any artists that want to perform. Um, also, I want to say June 14th, Petersburg,
Ooh,
Virginia. We got Rakim, and Tweet for the Juneteenth festival in Petersburg. I think it'll be at Popalon Park. Big shout to Doug Evans. This is Doug Evans event.
okay.
Matter of fact, I just literally talked to him maybe an hour before we got on the show, and he's gonna be on the show real soon to talk about this event and promote the event. I mean, Doug was long overdue in a way. I mean, if it won't for Doug, this there won't be no show. It just won't be this show. So, we got mad love for Doug. We can't wait for him to come on the show and stuff, man. And also, um, yeah, I've been on my inbox blowing me up. Um, I'm pushing for either May 24th or May 31st. But the open mic is coming back to Liaison next month. All right, got my headliner. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be hosted by Doug Evans. He's gonna be the
Okay.
host for that. So y'all can get out my DMs now, but when I bring my open mics back, it's gonna be back next
Yeah, man. You
next
looking
month,
for
man.
it's gonna be a real open mic. You looking for musicians, spoken word artists,
Yeah,
comedians, anybody with some type of art.
art. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna be a music thing. You know what I'm saying? It's an art thing. You know what I'm
art.
saying?
Yeah.
Come to showcase what you can do. You know what I'm saying? So calling all comedians, calling all spoken word artists, singers, rappers, tap dancers. God damn it!
Hmm.
You know, even if you can play the guitar string or violin, come on out, showcase what you can do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let, showcase your art. Let your art speak for you. So, um, yeah. So,
Yeah. Um, that's all I got, bro. Um,
yeah.
we'll probably
Um,
tap in
I'm
on.
gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you. I'm gonna try to branch off of you, your open mic, and bring it to Richmond. You know what I'm
I'm ready.
saying? Since we kind of have like uh the resources. You have liaisons. I have Moxie. So
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not even trying to step on you because it's gonna be yours, but
We're a team,
because
man.
we yeah because we've been talking about it for a long time. We've been talking about bringing it back, bringing it to Richmond. You bringing
Hmm.
it back to Richmond, and me bringing it to my establishment. So
Yeah,
now that the person that was doing the open mics, he's he's moved on. So opportunity will try to um present itself. So yeah.
I'm ready, man. Um,
Yeah.
we'll get up and we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, there's a lot of talent out in the city, man. There's a lot of talent in VA. And shout out to all the artists out there, man, that's really taking their craft serious, man. And don't give up, keep pushing. Um, it's not gonna happen overnight. But if you
Yeah.
believe in if you believe in what you can do, it, you're, it's gonna pay off. And then invest in yourself. Always invest in yourself, man. Because if you don't invest in yourself, how you expect somebody else to invest in you? So
Not only invest, not only but it start with believing in yourself.
yeah.
Believing in yourself, believing in your talent. You know what I'm saying? Even if you
Mhm.
got a little bit of belief in yourself, and if somebody and you see somebody and somebody else see it, somebody else believe. You got to believe in your like. You got to start off believing in yourself. So
Cause I'm just
yeah,
providing. We just provide a platform, man. You know, it's up to you to take
yeah,
advantage.
man.
Matter of fact, somebody hit me up in my DM when I put that poll up there. Pause. And about
That was crazy. That was bananas. I tried to get away from the Paul shit, but yeah, that was
I put a
well deserved.
questionnaire. I put a questionnaire up there, and and somebody had said told me about time bring it back to liaison, but it was like they got a performance in New York coming up in Brooklyn, and I was telling them like, okay, congratulations, man. You know, keep pushing, keep doing your thing. And it was like, nah, for real, thank you, because I wasn't they wasn't performing in front of people like that,
Mm-hmm.
and by them watching the videos I post of my open mics, it gave them courage to come out and start performing their craft. You know what I'm saying? Because they were scared and they got confidence. They start coming out, and now the person getting performing like in here, New York, and I'm like, that's what's up. And I told that person, I said, I appreciate you for the flowers. You know what I'm saying? You know, it made me feel like my work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for
Yeah,
nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's paying off when I hear stories like that, man. So y'all just out there, y'all keep grinding, man. It'll pay off. And network. You got to network with everybody, but network with some people, man. It's good people out there. Um, support each other. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got though.
yeah.
Um, like I said, we'll probably go live either I don't know what tomorrow or Tuesday. Especially do some more research on what you was talking about earlier. So um, do a little questionnaire about that, and then see what kind of response we get. Then we'll go live. So,
Okay, okay. That's what's up.
but other
Yeah,
than
we're
that,
gonna
I'm
try to
good.
do that. we gonna try to go tomorrow.
Yeah, like I
We'll
said, I
try
do
to.
some research during the day tomorrow, and then we'll be ready. Oh, one more thing, man. How you feel about? Are you excited about WrestleMania? It's not. Is it? Is it?
Uh,
Are you excited about WrestleMania this weekend? Is it catching your eye, or you just gonna? Well, I mean, I won't watch
I'm
regardless, but it just
I'm
not.
gonna watch it regardless. I'm not as excited as I was. Like when you first found out like the first couple matches that was gonna happen.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I was a little bit more excited. Like I was excited when hold on, not Elimination Chamber, the jump before then,
Royal Rumble.
when the storylines were starting to come together.
Hmm.
You know, and I was excited for them. But now they got like I don't like the lineup, how they lined them jumps up. I don't like how they lined those up. Um, I've always thought, well, I always felt like championship title should be last, should be
Last
main
match.
event. You know what I'm saying? But for it to be the opening bout on a Saturday is beyond crazy. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So
I remember they did Brock and Seth like that when they made it the first match.
yeah, but I heard they was erasing Brock from the WWE
I saw
history
that. I wonder why though.
because he got something to do with he got something to do with the lawsuit.
That's like I said. Um,
He got he not uh he not named in one of them, but he's involved in it.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they erasing them from WrestleMania all WrestleMania history.
I'm just gonna let that play out. And I I got my little conspiracy theories what's going on. I always, I always thought Triple H was a snake, and
Yeah,
and I'm gonna leave it like that. Now I could be wrong about this situation, but I think personally Triple H was ready to take over, and Vince wouldn't leave, and
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that he knew a lot of shit
that's when it
about
all
Vince.
happened.
Yeah, but like I said, they remember he left and came back. Um, and I'm not taking up for Vince. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of the stuff I heard, like, God damn, man. You know what I'm saying? But Triple H, I don't know. He just give me sneaky snitch vibes. Even when, yeah, I didn't even realize that the screw job was Triple H idea.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he talked about that. He said that they wanted Brett to drop the belt, which he should have. He should. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I guess Brett wanted to he. I think the issue was he didn't want to drop it to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, he
Um,
didn't.
yeah, I think that was the whole issue. He didn't want to drop it to Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and they had made something up. They had told something to Triple H like, "Well, shit, we'll do it for him then." Yeah, he came up with the idea to screw him.
That's crazy.
Did him and how he did China, like Triple H. Yeah,
He did China. Wow.
yeah, he did. He carried the fuck out of China, man. I think that's why she lost her job because she would have fucked
Hmm.
Stephanie up.
Yeah, she'd be the dog shit out. Beat the dog
Hell
breaker
yeah.
out of stuff.
Hmm.
But for real, She the only reason why Triple H got big though.
Yeah, yeah. Cause remember he was just
Cause
tag along. Triple H won't real
yeah, he
like
was just
he was Shawn Michaels tag along.
When he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Blue
Mm-hmm.
Blood, he was whack.
Right.
He was
He won
corny.
WCW when he was Levesque, and then he was what Terrorizer.
Yeah,
Yeah, Triple H didn't really
I
come.
ain't never really cared for him.
Yeah, Triple H didn't
He
really.
ain't become Triple H
He got with
to
Shawn
DX.
Michaels. DX. He got on the Shawn Michaels wing. I always feel like Shawn Michaels gave him the name Triple H.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna let that play. I don't want to get too deep into that conspiracy. I like, but I always told you. I said, man, I don't give a fuck. No one said Triple H done leak some information out, so you run that show.
hmm
So yeah, that's all I got for the night, man. We'll be back on. Like I said, we'll go live tomorrow, man. And yep, that's all I got, man.
All right, homie.
All right, bro. It's All In Podcast. You already know. Or like, subscribe, YouTube. We'll catch all the full episodes. And we out.